Week 3 is officially in the books, and I'm ecstatic at the plays the wideouts made. None of the preseason top 10 cracked 100 yards receiving, and that's okay, but we did have Devontae Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles gain 169 yards on 8 catches, and one hell of a moss play that got his team the ball at the 1 yard line. It was good watching the third-year pro and former Heisman Trophy winner from the University of Alabama have a breakout game, especially after a Week 1 performance that left Smith without a catch on 4 targets, 2 of which I thought were catchable balls by wideout standards. But reassurance from Eagles offensive coordinator Shane Steichen to involve Smith has paid off. Over the past 2 weeks, Devonta has 15 catches on 19 targets for 249 yards and 1 touchdown. His big day catapulted him to number 11 in yards. If this was fantasy football, he most certainly would have a green upward trending arrow. A.J. Brown and Stephon Diggs were the closest to have 100 yards, and neither cracked top 20 in yards this week. And I don't expect Brown to crack the list every week, considering he plays with this week's wideout of the week. But he did manage 85 yards with a touchdown and caught an impressive streak over Kendall Fuller of the Commanders for a 38-yard game. Diggs, on the other hand, settled for a decent day with 7 catches for 74 yards. The Miami defense played him tough, with cornerback Xavier Howard bringing an extra dose of physicality to the matchup. The two got involved in an altercation that drew a personal foul after Diggs confronted Howard for slamming him after the whistle. This led the effervescent corner to pushing Diggs, resulting in a 15-yard penalty. Life for Davante Adams continues to be difficult after reuniting with his college quarterback Derek Carr. Over the summer, after Adams was traded to the Raiders, he made comments saying he and Carr would become the next Jerry Rice and Joe Montana. Some of the stupidest shit I have ever heard. Yes, Devontae has been considered a top 5, if not top wideout by journalists the past few seasons, but Derek Carr has not been considered a top anything, and his play is trash. Adams got paid what he wanted to take a hit in production, and I'm sure he understands that without stats comparable to the top 5 after next season, the Raiders will ask him to take a pay cut or trade him. Green Bay, who has not won the Super Bowl since the 2010-2011 season, but always has a chance to play in the NFC Championship with Aaron Rodgers at the helm. The great thing going for Adams is he knows how to run routes and can get open wherever he's at. The sad part is not many in the league can get him the ball like Aaron A-Rod once did. Next week, I'm going to put it out, my top 10 list. For games is not the sample. 4 games is not the sample size I need to help with my list, but it gives me enough plays to dissect each player's game as I would when I coach my players. There are some bright spots to point out. The way Amari Cooper has resurrected in Cleveland has Dallas fans giving the side eye to Jerry Jones, especially when you compare what CeeDee Lamb is failing to do. The rookie out of Ohio State, Chris Olave, and how he's contributing to a Jekyll and Hyde quarterback, Jameis Winston, and how 5th-year pro Cortland Sutton has made plays to have him currently 5th in yards with his new general, Russell Wilson, at the helm.